Hi everybody, my name is Agnes Garboska and I'm one of the artists for DC Superhero Girls and Teen Titans Go. Today I'm going to teach you how to draw a little disgruntled Raven because she's always disgruntled. Now if you have it, a pencil, a marker, and an eraser would be the best tools, but if you don't worry about it. As long as you have any light colored pencil, marker, anything that's like a yellow or an orange and a black or blue, something dark. So as long as you have those, any art supplies will do. If you have more, then you can even color her afterwards. But today, we're just going to learn how to draw her. So what I'm going to need you all to do is I'm going to need you to draw a circle closer to the top of your page. This circle is going to be her head. And once you draw that circle, I am going to need you to draw a circle right down the middle and one horizontally. So you can see I just drew an X. And this is so we know where everything on her face sits. So we're actually going to use this line, and because Raven's disgruntled, we're going to draw two half circles below it, almost like ovals. This will actually be her eyes. And within these two ovals, we're going to draw two smaller half circles. These will be her eyeballs. And if you look at your own eyes, you'll notice we have little reflection in our eyes. So draw a little circle on the same side, because in your own eye you have a reflection on the same side as well. And now we're going to draw a slightly smaller dark circle inside. So this will be her pupils, so you can see how that's already coming together. And now, about where the eyes end, I would say this is where her nose is. So we'll draw a little V, and on either side of the V we're going to draw two slightly curved lines. And then we're going to follow where our circle ends, and this is where the shadow ends. And now we want to figure out where her little mouth is. So remember your line down the middle? Well, draw a half oval, because now she's going to look disgruntled. And she has her hood. How do we draw her hood? Easy. So about where her eyes sit would be the two highest parts of her hood. And her hood goes downwards in a V shape, just like that. And now we're going to follow our circle, but as we follow our circle, we're going to go slightly outwards, just like that. You can see the shape I created, and that shape ends very close to where you can see the bottom of her shadow, but ends slightly past because we're going to follow this shape downwards. And the reason we do that is now we're establishing the face shape of under her hood, and match it on both sides the best way you can. And this will actually be all black afterwards, so I'm just showing you where the black of the mask is so you can know when you're going to shade it. And now we're going to follow this shape but slightly out. The reason is this is where you can see that the shape of her hood is. Follow it on both sides, and now we're going to go up much higher because her head is hidden under the hood, and we have to make sure to have room for her head, and her mask points outwards, just like that. Raven has a little pendant, so once again I go back to that circle line and draw a little rounded triangle. And then I'm going to draw a slightly jagged circle. Woohoo! And now we're going to follow that line down, and we're going to start curving it just a little bit, because this will be the center of her cape. And right here, just slightly past, is her shoulders. So we're also going to start forming the shape of her cape. So you can see how that's coming together. And since Raven's floating, we're just going to curve the bottom of her cape. Ta-da! And now, why do we grab a marker? Well, the reason why we grabbed a marker is because we're going to do something called inking. So this is where you pick only the lines you want to keep and not any other lines. The reason why we do this is because it'll be really fun to color if we have nice, clean black lines to color from. So you can see I'm only picking the lines I want, very carefully choosing them. So we're going to outline her mouth. Going to outline her disgruntled eyes, go down, only picking the lines we want. She's so cute and disgruntled. And now let's go for the eyeballs. Sorry if you hear grunting, that is my own dog who is also quite disgruntled. Now we're going to fill in the black of the pupils and her mouth. And now we're going to go up and follow the shape we created. Dun 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 dun. Following that shape best we can. And don't worry if you don't get this right the first time, because this is all about practicing. The more you draw something, the better you get. My first drawing was awful, and my things never looked the way they should. But that's okay, because I kept trying to draw them more and more and more, and I made sure to draw every single day, till I learned what everything looks like. And it's still okay. I make mistakes to this day, so don't worry if you make any mistakes. Trust me, even the professionals. Now, if you have a thicker marker, this would work a lot better. But start filling. Wait, I do have a thicker marker. Let me grab my thicker marker. There we go. And start filling in the black. Yeah. Mine will be a little scribbly only because I'm on a time limit, but feel free to take your time with this, making sure it looks just the way you want it. Because it's important that we fill all the black in. And now, she will look just like Raven should. Raven's actually one of my favorite Teen Titans Go characters after Starfire. Starfire loves kitties, and I love kitties too. So, once you're done filling in the black, you might want to wait a minute or two to make sure it completely dries, because after this, we are going to grab our trusty eraser, if you have one. And if you don't worry about it as well. That's why we left all the lines really light, so that way you can make sure to color it all pretty afterwards. Because as the professionals do it, we erase all our pencil lines. And when you erase all your pencil lines, you have a very clean drawing left. Dum da da dum dum dum. And just like that, you guys helped me draw a Raven today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day. Thank you.